In Nevada, the Silver Star Casino is having trouble attracting clients. Since they're barely working anyway, card dealer Tom and cocktail waitress Tori sneak into the supply room to get naughty. Meanwhile, reporters gather at an event called Peace Day, during which the entire world's supply of nuclear weapons will be destroyed. Unfortunately, something goes wrong and citizens see a huge nuclear blast in the distance. Power goes out in Nevada and now Tom and Tori are trapped behind an electronic lock. Tom keeps hitting the door and an annoyed Tori tells him to wait for help. However, Tom points out that if a manager catches them there, they'll be in trouble. An argument ensues as she accuses him of being blacklisted in Vegas because he can't find another job. It looks like Tom is about to snap, but at that moment the power comes back and the duo immediately leaves the room. On his way out, Tom sees a strange walking shadow at the front door but ignores it. When the duo reaches the main casino room, they're shocked to find it completely trashed and no people in sight except for an old lady in an electric wheelchair. She doesn't answer when they try talking to her and her chair just keeps moving. When Tori rushes to stop her from crashing, the old lady hisses at her and stands up, showing her eyes aren't human. Suddenly the woman attacks Tori, who manages to push her the first time but gets tackled on the table when the old lady tries again. Tom immediately throws the lady to the side and Tori gets off the table while announcing they're leaving. Then the monstrous woman jumps on Tom, so Tori pushes a cart toward her, but the lady just keeps on trying. Using a walker, Tom starts beating her up and kills her by stabbing her head with the walker's leg. Both Tom and Tori are startled by another presence, but it's just the magician's assistant Jensen. He doesn't know what's going on because he had been in the warehouse, but he's the one who turned the power back on. Tori goes to the front door while the guys check the security cameras and they're shocked to discover that the citizens have become vicious zombies. Outside, Victor is standing on a truck with another survivor while the zombies try to attack them. Victor pushes the other man to use him as bait and runs into the casino begging for help. Jensen opens the door for him and hurries to close it again when some zombies try to follow him. On the street, the zombies feed on the fallen man. Victor tells the others how he spent the whole day trapped in the truck and Jensen guides him to the dressing room so he can wash up. Determined to secure the building, Tom and Tori check the kitchen and find two zombies in the fridge feeding on raw meat, so Tori quickly closes the door to trap them. After Tom turns off the stove, the duo hears a noise and notices the zombified cook moving down the hallway. They follow him to the laundry room and slowly sneak behind him to throw a sheet around his body. Once he's captured, they push him into a washing machine and lock him up. Next, the duo checks the dining room where they find a few zombies eating the casino's food, so they lock this door as well. Meanwhile, Victor wanders around and hears a noise in the bathroom, where finds a sick-looking woman puking. Victor tries to leave, but suddenly a zombie hand reaches through the doorway and tries to attack him. He struggles with the door until someone calls his name and the zombie runs away, allowing Victor to lock up. Soon the others arrive at the same corridor and find a woman crying in a room while a zombie eats a body near her. Tom convinces her to slowly move around the zombie to join them, but she freezes when the monstrous man sees her. A zombie in the hallway tackles Jensen while the one in the room attacks the woman and two more come out from another room to go after Tom and Tori. As the woman gets killed, Tori kicks the attackers off before she and Tom jump through the window into the pool outside. A zombie tries to follow them but crashes on the ground. Jensen continues to fight a creature in the hallway until Victor appears with a fire extinguisher to beat the zombie to death. Tom manages to swim out of the pool but a zombie resurfaces to go after Tori. Thankfully, she swims quickly enough and Tom offers his hand to take her out while the zombie drowns. Afterward, Tom goes to the roof and watches all the zombies wandering through the streets. He's brought a radio but he doesn't find any signals. Tori and Jensen move furniture to block the doors while Victor drinks by the pool. In the evening, they get rid of all the bodies and notice that the zombies outside are sleeping while standing up. The next day, Tom puts a wood plank on the window to connect it to the neighboring building. He tries to cross it as carefully as possible but it breaks and he falls. Thankfully, he manages to hold on to the window just in time. As days pass, the group starts to get tired of having nothing to do except play cards, drink, and smoke. Tom says they should try to escape to an island because if they stay in the casino they'll eventually starve, and Jensen thinks he has a point. Tori considers it a bad idea, and when Victor agrees with her, she leaves the room in a huff. Tom follows her and they end up arguing. When Tori says he's only good at drinking, Tom breaks a bottle and calls her out on her own flaws. This makes Tori decide that if Tom can come up with a good plan, she'll help. Later, Tom returns to the roof and sees a convoy of trucks in the distance. He gets so excited that he accidentally drops the radio, which is finally picking up a message from a rescue team. He tells the others that he lost the radio, so they need to find a way to get the convoy's attention. Victor starts a fire in a barrel but it isn't bright enough to be seen at such a distance. Then he remembers that the building across the street has a spotlight, so he, Tom, and Tori leave the casino to go looking for it while Jensen stays to watch the door. All the zombies outside are sleeping, so the trio moves carefully around them to avoid getting caught. Tori notices that one of the zombies is a cop and uses the chance to take his gun. The cop snaps and grabs her wrist, but it's just a reflex and Tori easily removes his hand. As the group continues to move, they accidentally kick a cane and get the attention of a zombie that starts following them. Jensen sees him from the window and warns his friends, so they start walking faster. When Tori finds an opening, she uses her axe to quickly bring the zombie down. The guys find the spotlight and turn it on, but unfortunately the machine also has music and wakes all the zombies up. Victor manages to turn the music off while leaving the light beam on. However, it's too late. The trio rushes to climb on a truck while the zombies come after them. Jensen throws some raw meat through the window and some of the zombies run to grab it, but it's not enough to distract all of them. Then he sends out a remote control car with some sparklers and the zombies run after it, allowing the trio to leave the truck. Sadly, the car soon shoots all its confetti and garlands and the zombies lose interest, so they go back to chasing the survivors. Tori and the guys hide inside a car and watch the zombies, noticing they've become more vicious. When Jensen activates the toy again, the zombies run and Victor uses the chance to leave the car, hitting a few creatures on his way out. Tom and Tori also try to escape, but the zombies manage to block them, so they have no choice but to hide inside a bus. While a bunch of zombies surround the vehicle, Victor manages to return to the casino and Jensen lets him in. Jensen isn't happy about Victor abandoning the others, yet Victor yells at him, pushing him against some furniture while daring him to go out and meet the zombies. On the bus, Tom and Tori are arguing and yelling as they blame each other for this. A zombie is hiding among the seats and startles Tom when he bites him, so Tori rushes to shoot the creature in the head. Worried about the possibility of infection, Tori grabs Tom's hand and cuts off the bitten thumb. Another zombie appears behind her and Tori throws the thumb to distract him, then she shoots him while he's eating. At that moment, the military convoy arrives and opens fire, killing half of the horde while the other half runs away. The survivors come out to meet the soldiers and Tom asks them what everywhere else is like, but a soldier says there isn't anywhere else and hits him with his gun. Next, the soldiers use a Geiger counter to make sure they weren't exposed to radiation, and the leader Ramsey asks for a safe place for the night while one of his men drags a zombie on a leash. Everyone goes to the casino and the soldiers search the building just in case, killing all the zombies the duo locked up days ago. Ramsey's daughter Cindy is a doctor and scolds Tom for drinking while being severely hurt. While she takes care of his hand, she explains her group is heading to Lake Tahoe to go as far from the nuclear explosion area as possible. Tori gets jealous and interrupts their conversation, making up stupid excuses to complain while watching a soldier feed the zombie pet. Ramsey stops the argument and takes Cindy to the side to remind her they can't trust anybody. Tori takes the corridor and a soldier says she can't go down there, so she explains she just needs the bathroom. In one of the stalls, she finds a soldier puking and gets suspicious even though the woman swears she's fine. When Tori goes back to the main room, she notices that most of the soldiers look kinda sick. She tells Jensen and Tom that these people are hiding something and Jensen agrees, however Tom doesn't care because he just wants to leave. After seeing two soldiers taking the supposedly forbidden corridor, Jensen starts sneaking around. He hides behind a wall where he hears Ramsey talking to one of his men and learns they've been loading their trucks. The conversation also confirms the soldiers are sick. Once they leave the room, Jensen rushes to the kitchen and discovers the soldiers have taken all of the casino's supplies. He then goes to the garage and is shocked to learn Victor has been helping them. Suddenly, the pet zombie tries to attack Jensen and causes him to fall out of his hiding spot. The noise brings everyone to the garage and Jensen decides to call the soldiers out. Tori joins him, pointing out everyone is infected. Cindy can't believe her father would do this, but Ramsey claims he wasn't planning to leave everyone behind. When Tori insults Victor for his betrayal, he explains he just wants to survive before pointing out that Jensen has a gun. Ramsey tries to keep everyone calm, however when Jensen reaches for his gun, the soldiers open fire and instantly kill him. Tori rushes to check the body, but it's just an act to get Jensen's gun and she opens fire. The soldiers run to take cover, so Tori gets to return to the casino. Ramsey announces they're leaving without her and Cindy asks Tom to come with them. First, Tom tells them about a second pantry with more food across the dining room and the soldiers force him to guide them there. When they reach the dining room, Tom stands aside to press the lock button. The doors open and reveal all the trapped zombies, who immediately attack the soldiers. While they defend themselves, Tom punches a man and takes his gun before running away. Soon the zombie horde reaches the garage and multiple soldiers get hurt, so Ramsey tells the trucks to take off without waiting for the rest of his men. In the morning, Tom confirms there's no food left and tells Tori they need to leave too. Tori thinks humanity has failed and wants to give up, but Tom watches the zombies outside and gets an idea. Using some rope, he captures a zombie by the neck and keeps him hanging at the window. Now Tori can take his keys before Tom lets him fall to his death. Next, they go to the garage and try to find what car the keys belong to. A zombie grabs Tom's ankle from under a car and he responds by shooting, which activates the car's alarm. The zombies are already following the noise and the duo opens fire. Tori tries hiding in a car and a zombie inserts his head through the roof. When she opens the door to escape, she hits another creature. Using the beeping keychain, Tom and Tori finally find the right car and immediately take off. Unfortunately, the front gate is closed and they don't know the code. Tori thinks they can dive through the gate, but the car only crashes against it. She wants to try a bunch of codes only for Tom to shoot the gate machine. More zombies are coming, so they run to hide on the stairs. That night on the roof, after lots of drinking, Tom and Tori try to get naughty, but the moment is interrupted by a car horn. They look at the street and see Cindy coming back in a truck, however she's startled by a zombie on the street and the truck ends up crashing. Thankfully she's still alive, but the zombies are starting to surround her vehicle. When a creature reaches through the window, she immediately shoots it. Then she comes out and shoots any zombie that tries to get closer, which makes the horde hesitate. At that moment Tom arrives inside a huge casino decoration and manages to bring her in without any zombie following her. In a few minutes the duo is back in the casino and Tori points a gun at Cindy, accusing her of being infected like the others. She explains that none of the soldiers were infected, they were just suffering the side effects of radiation. They're all dead now because the convoy was attacked by a zombie horde that has grown stronger and faster. Cindy only survived because Macy kept her safe in the trunk. Suddenly they hear a zombie hitting the door with an axe and Cindy says the stronger zombies are coming. Tori blames her for bringing them here and drops a bunch of insults before she runs to the roof, where she throws a tantrum and starts coughing. Meanwhile Tom and Cindy drink together and Tom admits that some time ago he killed his pregnant wife while driving intoxicated. In return Cindy confesses she has a daughter but doesn't know if she survived because the girl lives with her ex in Carson City. Tom decides they'll travel there and search for the child. After they fall asleep, Tori checks Cindy's bag and finds 2 bombs, so she steals them. The next morning Tom wakes up to find a zombie in the room and a fight ensues. As they roll on the ground, Cindy appears with a knife and stabs the zombie in the head to kill it. Afterward Cindy and Tom go to the roof to discover that the stronger zombies have arrived and are eating the weaker ones. They run to the entrance where Tori is trying to keep the door closed and she says they should use the bombs. Tom opens all the gas lines in the kitchen and Cindy starts setting up the explosives, which will take a minute. Tori grabs an axe and runs ahead to buy time. When Cindy is finally done, she and Tom try to join Tori, but they find zombies blocking the way and have to take a different corridor. To reach the stairs they must cross the dining room, but there are zombies there too so they hide behind a table. Suddenly a creature drags Cindy by the legs and tries to bite her, but she manages to grab a stick and stab its head while Tom helps with a hit from behind. Another zombie is coming so the duo rushes to the stairs to escape. As Cindy goes down a zombie grabs her by the hair and she tries to fight back, accidentally kicking Tom in the process. Eventually the zombie can't hold her anymore and lets her fall, which breaks her leg. Tori appears next to them and tells them to duck so she can kill the zombie behind them. Tom helps Cindy walk while mentioning Carson City and Tori freaks out, saying Cindy will slow them down and won't survive to see her kid anyway. Since Tom refuses to listen, Tori hits them both with the axe and leaves alone. In the garage, Tori shoots a zombie and sets up the explosive on the gate. Before she can move far enough, another enemy appears and jumps on her to bite her lip off. The gate bomb explodes and Tori is severely injured, allowing the zombies to pile on top of her. Cindy wakes Tom up and they rush to hide in the supply room right before the kitchen bomb explodes too, destroying most of the building. Luckily the duo survives and makes it to the garage, where they get the car and leave through the hole the bomb made on the gate. Among the creatures in the street, a zombified Tori gets ready to follow them. Make sure to subscribe and turn on the notification so that you can watch more videos like this. Thank you for watching.